show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.
Happy holidays, everyone. How you guys doing? We've got everything in the swing of the holiday season. Christmas has passed, but I know that we've got other cultural celebrations still going on. I hope you and your families are all doing well. We have a very, very special guest that I'm going to be getting to here real quick. Jess Canson. Sorry about that, Jess. I thank God I talk for a living. She unfortunately had a difficult Christmas. Her home, along with 3 other neighbors, their home ended up catching on fire. So she's going to join us and tell us how we can help her and her neighbors through Community Dare to Care. And we're hoping to get them on to help them financially through a lot of the tough times that they're going to be having here real soon. But we're going to be bringing on Jess here very soon. First, I need to talk to you about February 22nd. And actually, we found this out today. I talked to our great friend at the Pampered Chef, and she's going to be doing a party for us prior to February 22nd, like the week before February 22nd, where where a portion of all sales are going to be coming back to doing what we're doing, which is supporting our hero organizations within the heroes, both country and community, and supporting the donation dens, in which you are going to see tonight why the donation dens are so important, because we're going to be able to hopefully help Jess and her neighbors out quite a bit with all the losses that they had over the weekend. We are still looking for sponsors for February 22nd's 22-hour podcast on talking about hero suicide. I just created a brand new video that was talking about. Yes, Brian, I am live. If you'd like to join me in about 30 minutes, brother, I can send you a link if you'd like it. Brian Gibson from Project Die Hard is one of those that is going to benefit from the February 22nd podcast. It's our second year in doing this, and we really, really, really hope that you will join us, and everybody dedicates at least 22 minutes to watching a portion of this program. If you have any suggestions, or if you have any programs that can help our veterans through a very, very tough time, we're going to ask you to join us. We are losing anywhere. I am very sorry to hear that, Brian. Yes, I will send you. I'll send you the link here in just a minute, my friend. We are looking for a way to start the conversation, because we need to learn how to talk to each other. And this is a conversation that can also go into the civilian portion of the world. Okay, look, we focus on February 22nd about our veterans, because we're losing 47 individuals who raise their hand and give the oath every day. 47. Now what we need to do is we need to take and add our experiences together, and let's build something that's going to save some lives. So if you would like to join us, please send me an email to zach@communitypayitforward.us, zach@communitypayitforward.us, or you can go to my card, and here, let me even make it easier for you, in which I do need to change the white, so please forgive me on this. But scan this code right here, and if you scan that code, it'll come directly to me. You'll have all my information. You'll be able to talk to me, and we'll be able to talk you through it. So But now we are going to take, and I'm going to bring up a brand new friend of ours. She reached out to me today and asked me if we could try to spread the word about this fire. It is in Greeley, Colorado, but no matter where you are, your help would be greatly appreciated. Jess Canson is joining us. Hey, Jess, how are you doing, sweetie?
Hello.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Sure. It's honestly been an ongoing problem at the building that we live in. It was originally a home and it added like an extension to the back. But there had been nonstop electrical problems there. And at 3 in the morning, I woke up and, the Christmas tree had been on. So when it was not on anymore, I was like, what is going on? And I heard banging at my door, and my dog was going crazy. And our neighbors had come and told our other neighbors that were Spanish speaking to let us all know that the house was on fire. So 3 in the morning, everybody was running out and getting our pets out, and there were a few kids in the house, so I'm sure they probably feel some kind of way. My kids were not in the house that night, so um, but there are a few between 9 and 16, I think, that live in the house. Um, but so we all got out, and it was an electrical fire in the attic in the front, and they had to go through the ceiling instead of on top the roof because it was icy. So there's like a ton of water damage. And they put us up in a hotel, which was awesome. Like it's like a little vacay away from home, but we're all kind of just wanting to get home. And we found out yesterday morning that none of us can go back. So that's kind
So
of
it is a complete loss as far as uh, living goes. Are you guys going to be able to salvage some of your possessions?
so I think the only one that got the worst of it would be apartment one, the upstairs apartment. He showed me pictures of the damage, and I mean, they completely busted his ceiling out. So there's fire and soot and stuff just all over his whole house. So he got the worst of it. And like my water damage, I'm not sure yet exactly what's going on because I went down there, but with no light in a basement, you like can't see anything at all.
Right.
So as far as I know, I think like big things would be our front neighbor. I think he's trying to be strong about it. So, um, yeah, I still kind of want to pass along to him anything that I can.
Yeah, and Jess, what are some of the things that just and please, folks, please do understand, Jess has not been able to contact every neighbor yet so far. So all the guests that she's giving us right now is just that, it's a guess. But these are things that we can definitely start to get together because if we cannot use them in this situation, you know that there will be other situations. But Jess, what are some of the things that we can try to help you gather?
So right now it's a lot of like moving expenses. So like people being able to move out of their homes. We have a few disabilities in the building, so we have to make sure that they're taken care of too. Um, and stuff like we're finding out we have to change over electric and gas and stuff in our name that we previously didn't have to do at this apartment. Everything was all included. So there's deposits. And to be honest, I don't know about my neighbors, but I know people previously that have stayed there. Not a lot of us have the means. We're single parents or people on restricted income and, stuff like that. So, a lot of stuff that's just requiring us to get into somewhere new as far as like fees or deposits, that kind of stuff, moving trucks. If anybody is willing to like come with a truck for some folks or, something like that.
Well, we will most definitely just be on the lookout. As far yes, yes, Tyler, we definitely need help with some moving help. So, um, but and if anybody has access to a box truck, or if anybody, one of the things that Jess was mentioning, if you guys could get a hold of us, and I will connect you with Jess. If somebody would like to possibly volunteer, a couple hours worth of a U-Haul. Oh, okay. Well, this is your best friend. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
I see it.
that's great. So I'm so glad that you're joining us tonight, Tyler. But yeah, if anybody could take in, maybe donate 3 hours, 5 hours of a U-Haul truck, that would be extremely beneficial, and it would help out these families. Please do remember there were 4 families that were displaced from this accident. Were the kids able to get toys, or did this happen before they were able to get their Christmas gifts?
I believe that the kids in the back, that their parents were able to get their stuff out. I don't think that the water damage went all the way through the back when we all left. I don't know if it, dripped down later on. But as far as I know, I think they did get their gifts out. I got my gifts out also, and the upstairs folks, I haven't seen him to ask. I know he has some older kids. He has an adult child and then some teenagers, but he hasn't replied as far as that goes.
Okay. Well, just once again, just to let you know, we do have clothing. We have some housewares. We do have things that are available to you at zero charge. There is no charge for them. These are things that people in our community have donated to us to find a deserving home like yourself. So please, if there's anything that you need, if there's anything that was lost, please make sure that you reach out, because we would absolutely love to help any way that we can. Jess is also looking at filling out the paperwork to become a mission partner, so we can help her financially through this difficult situation. And the way you would do that is just go to communitypayitforward.us. And when you go to our verified partners, if you find any of those partners that will satisfy your needs, if you shop with them, they give us a referral fee, and we will give 80 to 85% to Jess, simply just because we want to make sure that we're helping her out. And the great thing about it is that we're not going to ask anything. Jess, believe it or not, we're not going to ask you to join our church or join our cult or anything like that. I don't have my cult started yet. Maybe when I get that thing started, I don't think I'm going to start a cult anytime soon. I don't have that much time. So, but
Well, I'm willing to help out after all this is over with. My son has actually been looking for a volunteer program to get involved with. So, I mean, it's kind of a crappy situation, but it can also be a good one. And I know you were talking to Brian in the chat too, and I'm an ex-military wife, and my kid's dad is a veteran. So I can also pass along that information for you guys too.
well, that would be great. And that's one of the things that I would like to. Oh, Tyler, your son is as well. Okay. Just to let you guys know, on February 22nd, one of the things that we like to focus on, and one of the things that we did last year, is we like to bring in the families too, because when they come, when the military individual comes home, and Brian, he'll say it. He'll tell you every time that we talk, he mentions that every time he deployed, when he came home, the kids had a different dad, because they didn't know who was going to come back. You have a different husband, you have a different, wife.
Yeah.
The thing is that every time they come back, it's someone different. So we would love to have you come in and maybe speak on the side of the family side, because it's very important. And like I said, all we're trying to do is make sure that we can have a conversation which saves lives. Right. So once again, we're just looking for people to help out Jess and her friends, her the four families that were displaced by a fire on Christmas Day. And they're looking for people to help them move. They're looking for people to possibly help by renting out a U-Haul truck, maybe helping them out by renting out a U-Haul truck or whatever. If we can find somebody to rent out a U-Haul truck, maybe if they would like to entrust me to drive it, I would be more than happy to help them move to the best of my ability. I do have the neck injury as a difficulty, but I would be more than willing to drive the truck and help however I can. Of course, we're also looking for financial assistance here. And right now, if you want to donate to the community Dare to Care, we will do our best to try to help them out in any way we possibly can. The state of Colorado is notorious for asking for deposits from both Atmos and Excel, City of Greeley, with the water and everything else. So please, 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 if you guys, and one of the other things that we could really use help with is leads on inexpensive but nice housing. So if you can help us out in that way, that would be great. So did I kind of get it in a nutshell there?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Well, that is not a problem. Jess, I would like to invite you to join us again maybe next week and give us an update.
Sure.
Just reach out to me and let me know how it's going. And I would invite you back here. But please, please take care of yourself. And like I said, if there's anything that we can do helping you out with housewares or anything, feel free to come. There's no obligation to that as well. It's all that's been donated by people in the community, and it's here for you. So that's exactly what we got it. But thank you very much. Please, please take care of your family, and I hope to be able to help you out here real soon.
Thanks. Well, have a good rest of your show.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Goodbye. Bye. So this is one of the reasons why community Dare to Care is so important, because we do have, this is what it's all about. Okay. Community Dare to Care was started when I started Community Pay It Forward because I was run off the road on my motorcycle. There were a lot of people who were there for me personally, but everybody's got their limits. Okay. Not everybody can continue to help. And unfortunately, one of the biggest problems we have is a person who works, has a really good job. They're eliminated from a lot of the programs that are out there to help people because they made too much money. Even when they're in a situation like Jess is working at now, where guess what? There's nothing there anymore. There needs to be help. We need to come up with something that helps them out. That's what Community Dare to Care, that's what our aim is. We want to be there when others aren't. We want to be there for you from our community, because our community is a great community. And when I say our community, I mean everyone in this country of ours. We are all one people. So let's make sure that we're still trying to help everyone. Let's make sure that we're doing our best to pick up people like Jess and her neighbors. Pick them up. Make sure that we're able to help them out through this terrible, terrible fire. Christmas Day. And just look, we've all had good Christmases. We've all had bad Christmases. But losing your home on Christmas Day, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to handle. So we are going to be joined here shortly by a great friend of the show, Brian Gibson from Project Die Hard. He's going to be talking about, they unfortunately had a loss today, and he's going to be talking a little bit about that. He's also going to be updating us on everything that they've got going on. But the one thing that we need you to remember, that donating to programs like Project Die Hard is as easy as shopping with the Community Pay It Forward partners. Hello, I'm Zach Clayton of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. We have two choices. We can either sit around and hope this goes away on its own, or we together can do something about it. Join me and my wonderful sponsor partners, Scott O'Sullivan Law Firm and Ryder Justice, Z World Webs, Auxilia Donor Management Systems, and Autumn Dahlia Creative Services, as we introduce programs from around the country aimed at helping our veterans and discuss the importance of conversation and listening. Together, you and I can move mountains. Let's save lives. Once again, I wanted to thank Jess Canson for joining us. Very, very difficult situation. Family fire. So, Jess, you're more than welcome. And thank you for continuing to watch. Please share this and let people know. We are going to be joined again here shortly by Brian Gibson, who is one of our mission partners. And once again, this is a program that I started because somebody decided that they needed my lane on my motorcycle more than I did. They left me in a ditch for over 7 hours, and they ended up taking and breaking my face, cracking my skull, and breaking my neck. And so I know what it's like to need help and have people who are supposed to be there to help you sit there and try to find any way and every way out of it. And so that's the reason why Community Pay It Forward and Community Dare to Care was started. So we simply want to be here to help people. And we really, really hope that we can help not just Jess, but her neighbors and you, if you need help. That's what we're here for. So we are here to try to help. A couple things that I wanted to talk to you about when I created the new video that you guys watched just a little bit ago, when like you didn't hear me talk enough, I talk in my videos now. Great, fantastic. A couple of the numbers that were on there, it's just it was really shocking to me that there were 38,000 of our heroes who made life-ending decisions to only 7,000 that lost their lives in combat. That's staggering. That is just staggering numbers. Our purpose on February 22nd is so we can build this conversation without ever having or without ever trying to be what we're not. I am not a veteran. Okay. I am a patriot. I love my veterans. I love my veterans. I love the veterans. I love everyone who raised their right hand and gave the oath. I owe everything I am to our veterans. If it wasn't for the strength and the sacrifice of the men and women to our services, I wouldn't be able to do anything that I do. You all keep our way of life, and I want to thank you very much for it. We also want to make sure that you understand that we want to be here for you. So let's get together and let's promote these programs that are all over the country, all over the world, that are there to help our veterans. If you know anyone who runs a program that is set to help out our vets, please have them get a hold of me, because we want to make sure that they're in our database to where if we have a veteran that's got a problem, we can contact you and we can say, hey, we've got this person who's got this problem. We need somebody to contact them immediately. Let's do our best to take this problem out of their hands. They're fighting with enough stuff. Let's try to make sure that we can take care of whatever we can take care of. This is 22 hours of building this conversation, whether it's the veterans who have had success fighting through the invisible war, those who have lost somebody. And just to let you know, last year was so rewarding to me, because we heard everything. Okay, we really did. We heard stories that made me laugh so hard I almost fell off my chair. I'm a fat guy, so falling off my chair is going to hurt. We also heard stories that just made me want to break down and cry. We heard stories that gave you hope. And we made stories that just grabbed your heart and put it in a vice grip. And it was difficult to get through. The reason for this show is very simple. We want to make sure that we can offer help to people who need help. And as I mentioned before, while this is a show to help our veterans, this is very veteran-centric, if you will. What we are going to talk about is not only for veterans. This is also for the civilian out there who's struggling. The numbers, the suicide numbers are ridiculous in this country right now. We need to be able to talk to people. We need to be able to talk to people. We need to be able to help people out. We've got to be able to help people out. If we don't know how to start this conversation, yeah, please, Jess. Yes, absolutely. Have them reach out to us. If we don't know how to start a conversation, we can't have that conversation. I also want to make it very clear that you need to remember that this is not a conversation everyone can have. If you don't feel you are in a position to where you can sit there and listen to somebody, find somebody else who is in that position. There is no shame in not being able to handle it yourself. There is no shame. What there is a shame is if you say, hey, I can help you, and then 5 minutes into the conversation, you're doing this on your cell phone. You're texting, you're checking out. If you don't listen to what they have to say, you're doing more damage than you're doing good. Okay? This is where it comes in. I say it every show. If you're not helping someone, you're hurting us all. If you're not able to sit there and listen and take in, and that right there is also the key word, listen. More than you speak, listen. Brian, come on in anytime, my friend. But anytime that you tell somebody you're going to do something and then you do it, well, to put it bluntly, half-assed, you're doing more damage than you're doing good. So please, 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 the conversations you're going to hear are not going to be easy. They're not going to be talking about their brand new puppy dog, their fluffy white bunny, whatever it is. They're going to be talking. Okay, Brian, here is the link. It's in the chat right now. There you go, my friend. They're going to be talking about a difficulty they have, and a difficulty that they are willing to possibly end their life because of this problem. Brian Gibson, the gentleman who's going to be joining me in a second, says it all the time. If you volunteer to listen, you damn well be ready to listen, because you're going to hear some ugly, ugly, ugly stuff. So please, 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 if you are able, if you know that you can, handle the message, please volunteer to listen. If you don't see it, if you don't think that you can handle it, please don't volunteer to do it. So, Brian, I'll get that to you real quick. Just 1 minute. Once again, this is all for helping people on February 22nd. Please join us as we try to make a difference. We are now being joined by my brother, Brian Gibson. Brian, how are you doing?
Well, brother, I wish I could say I was better, but life happens and the mission goes on.
You want to tell us what happened, please?
Well, yeah, look, people, we lost one of our biggest corporate sponsors today. Everybody goes, why? Well, new ownership means new priorities.
Yeah.
We hold no ill will toward them. We hope them the biggest success. But this is where people got to understand, this is where that $22 a month comes in. Things like that happen, right? Do we seek big corporate sponsors? Of course we do. Do we get one-time donations from them? Yeah. But to become that corporate sponsor and that monthly reoccurring on the corporate sponsor level, that's a that's a budget line item that we count on. So now rolling into 2023, we can't count on that. So that sets back progress at forward operating base Rush months.
And a lot of people are joining us for the first time. Brian, can you please tell them what is Project Die Hard? What is Fob Rush? What is your
Well,
mission?
let's start from the beginning. Let's see if people listen. This, you know me, I bottom line up front type person, right? I served United States Army for 26 years, 8 months, 14 days as a combat medic. I self-medicated with alcohol until the point that I had a 45 in my mouth. I tried to drown my demons, that didn't work, so I was just going to shut them up forever. And then God saved my life. He brought me to a place and a time where somebody actually took the time to listen. They listened for like 2 hours before they spoke a word. And then the words they spoke was reassuring to me and comforting. And it brought me back to life. Literally back to life and living. So, tack on a couple of years from there. I get a phone call from the wife of one of my best brother's friends, wife, who said, "Doc, what do I do? What do I do?" And I told her to take a breath and tell me what's wrong. She goes, "He's hanging in the garage." Yes, you were talking earlier about the veteran suicide rate. Well, I'm not getting into numbers because we don't have an exact number, right? We'll just say it's going in the wrong direction. Here in a couple months, we're going to get the release and we're going to have our holiday bump. So, yeah, you can figure maybe about 50 to 75 a day during the holiday. Yes, please go to projectdiehard.org. Become a monthly patron. Any amount will help. We ask for $22 a month. That's 72 cents a day. That's one fast food meal. That's one cup of coffee a day to give up to help us bring hope to veterans. Yes, so started Project Die Hard. 2018. We did everything right from the beginning. Got the lawyer, got the board, filed for our 501c3. We didn't ask for a penny until we got that 501c3. So let me explain to all those people that think running a nonprofit is just, it's a nonprofit. Just to become a nonprofit is about $5,000
Yes.
in filing fees. Okay? We didn't ask for any money for that. That came out of people's pockets that believe in the mission. 2019, we get our feet under us. We just start getting rolling. And then what happened in 2020? Well, we won't talk about that.
Oh, come on. It's so fun.
Oh, yeah, it was a blast, wasn't it? Especially as a nonprofit. One of our biggest fundraising things was our Club 22 that was related to restaurants. People would go to a certain restaurant of our members, and on the 22nd of the month when they ate there and they said, "Hey, we support Project Die Hard," a portion of that meal bill would come to us. Well, boom, 2020 hit, right? All the restaurants shut down. So that was a kick in the cojones. But during that time, the Veterans of Foreign War magazine did a story on me and the mission. I say me because it was under their Still Serving campaign. Understand, I don't want any glory from this. Zach, you know me. I don't want glory.
Yeah.
I don't want to become rich. I want to help my brothers and sisters. But with that story, WSIL TV out of Marion, Illinois, did a story on us that led to the Haven of Love Christian Daycare Center calling and saying, will you come tell us about your mission? And you know me, I'll go anywhere or anytime to talk about this. So I went up, got the tour. This was mid-July, so it was hot and miserable. And for all of our new people, right, I'm Brian Gibson. I got 10 pounds of titanium holding my spine together from a small little incident in a desert. Okay. So long walks in the woods are not one of my particular things I like to do. Used to, but not anymore. But after the tour and walking through everything, we saw God's beauty, 20 acres and a 10,000 square foot building. And they went and they asked, can you use this for your mission? And of course, yes, we could use this for our mission. But there's no way we can afford this. This is 20 acres, a 10,000 square foot building. That's a big chunk of change, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty penny.
Well, they went, we're going to donate it to you. So, people, if you don't think prayers work, I got news for you, they do. But now we have 20 acres and a 10,000 square foot building. So, our mission is to bring public awareness to veteran suicide and to assist veterans in coping with the difficulties transitioning back to civilian life. How do we do that? We provide a place where a veteran can come for a day, a weekend, a week, a month, up to a year to get the help they need. We will be providing counseling, therapies, temporary housing, right? At Bob Rush, which is named Forward Operating Base Rush, after Sergeant Courtney Rush of the United States Air Force, she lost her fight to the demons January 3rd, 2012. This is how we're naming all of our facilities after my fallen brothers and sisters. People have to understand the war still goes on here at home. So, got all the paperwork done, 2021. It's all legally ours, so we started work. Started planning, drawing up blueprints, doing everything. So, we have the land, we have the plan, right? Everybody asks, what's taking you so long? Well, I'm just a poor little NCO living off an NCO budget. I can only give so much of myself and my pension. This is why we need help. When you donate to us, it doesn't go to this. It doesn't go to my wallet. It goes to the mission. Anybody, anytime can request our financial records, Our 990s are on our website. Look them up. If you want our financials, contact information is there. Our accountant has nothing but directions to send it out to anybody that wants. We believe in full transparency. This is important for people to understand. There's a lot of veteran nonprofits out there asking, give me money, and I got it. Do your due diligence, look at them, right? Find the ones that put your money where their mouth is, okay? That's it.
You know, Brian, one of the other things that people don't realize is that a lot of these other nonprofits that are out there, and God love you, whatever you do, if you're doing something, which is always good. But there's a lot of these nonprofits that are out there right now that are only dealing with post 9/11 veterans. That's not Project Die Hard.
No, that's not Project Die Hard. We don't care what era they come from. We don't care if they're a combat veteran or a non-combat veteran. If they need the help and are willing to put the effort into it, we want to be there to give it to them. Okay? It's just that simple. We're here to help. That's the commission from God that I got. Help my brothers and sisters. Give them hope. I don't do push-ups. Okay? I retired and don't do push-ups. Okay? I don't wear skinny shorts and walk around and parade myself waving flags. I do not use.
Thank you for that picture, brother. Thank you for that picture, man. Yeah.
I do not use the suffering of my brothers and sisters for the pity donation. I will not ever use them for that pity donation. When our residents and the veterans we help are willing to come and tell their stories, Zach, you're going to be the first one I put them in contact with. But until they say, hey, Brian, I'm ready to tell my story, I'm not going to badger them to do it. I'm not going to put their suffering out there. You see their commercials like at least 10 times a day. They're in wheelchairs. They're putting on their prosthetic legs. Okay, got it. That's there to pull your heartstrings. And it works because they bring in millions and millions and millions of dollars every day. Well, I'm sorry. They pay their leadership. And yeah, I'm not going to mention names. I'm just going to say they are very proud when they went up from 7 cents on the dollar to an 11 cents on the dollar actually touching a veteran's life. They're proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of you again who are joining us for the very first time, and I would like to introduce you. This is a 2-minute video, but this explains what Fob Rush is. This is a fantastic video that was put on by another brother of ours, or voiced over by another brother of ours, Mr. J.R. Smith, who runs the Veterans Ranch out of Florida, who ironically will also have a space here at Fob Rush. So please join us for the next 2 minutes watching this video. Once again, this is all about Fob Rush. It really explains what is involved, the donation itself, and you get to see the beautiful land around it. So here we go.
Project Die Hard would like to welcome you to Forward Operating Base Rush in beautiful McCann, Illinois, a luscious 20-acre piece of property with a 10,000 square foot building that once remodeled will house up to 12 veterans and their families to help them get back on their feet. Folks, this is where your $22 a month is going. Right here in the corner, you're going to see where the Veterans Ranch will have a 4-stall barn and provide equine therapy services to veterans and families staying at Forward Operating Base Rush. Around the pond, there will also be a playground, a generic classroom, a gym, and a pavilion where you can just relax and enjoy the beautiful scenery. Behind the pond are trails. There will be a retreat center that can hold up to 24 people for a weekend event. So if you would like to bring your veteran nonprofit out to Forward Operating Base Rush, we just ask that you do not charge the folks staying here for any services that you provide. Here's another beautiful overview of what you'll see when you come in to Forward Operating Base Rush. Whether you want to ride some horses, drop a line into the pond and catch some bass and bluegill, or just relax under the pavilion and enjoy the scenery and alleviate some stress that you might be having in your life, Project DieHard and Forward Operating Base Rush are here to provide those services for you and will be here as long as you need. We thank you for your time. God bless.
I think that is really a wonderful overview of what Fob Rush is. But Fob Rush is not alone. You're already talking about the second fob. Tell us a little about that.
Well, let me roll back to Fob Rush for a little bit more, right? Yep. J.R. Smith, the Veterans Ranch. People, whether you support Project DieHard, the Veterans Ranch, you shop with Community Pay It Forward, you're helping us, right? But JR and myself believe teamwork makes the dream work. There's no one organization that can do it all. JR and the Veterans Ranch is bringing their equine therapy to our facilities. Okay? That's that. I got to do one more thing on Fob Rush. You understand we had this little cold snap down here, right? And I got a lot of hate emails. A lot. Why didn't you open up Fob Rush as a warming center? Well, let's see. Number one, we do not have an occupancy permit. So we can't hold anything there. Two, we only have one working toilet in the whole facility. We have the ones to replace, but there's still some more work that needs to be done on the floor and the draining system to put them in place. And three, to this individual that may or may not be listening, I did not see your name on our patron list or on our volunteer roster. If you want to be an armchair quarterback, feel free, but I don't have time to waste with you. If you want to come and help Project DieHard, follow us on Facebook, share our mission, come to a volunteer day, become that patron. Okay, moving on. Forward Operating Base Quinn, right? Yeah. Named in honor of Sergeant Amy Quinn. She was one of my soldiers. I trained her. I mentored her. I pinned her E5 on her, for God's sake. September 4th of this year, I get the phone call from her mother. She got in a fight with her boyfriend, started drinking, and hung herself. She's from Pennsylvania, so that's where our next facility is going, in Pennsylvania. Everybody goes, where? Well, we need 20 acres donated. So if you know somebody in Pennsylvania with 20 acres, have them reach out. Okay? We survive off donations and volunteers. That's how we're going to grow. We're trying to bring back what it means to be a nonprofit.
Brian, the truth about something that's donated is that you very rarely get something that is ready to go. Look, every donation is appreciated. Every donation is going to be used to the best of your ability, but you're not going to get the Taj Mahal ready to go. Generally, when somebody donates, there's improvements that have to be made.
Oh, yeah. Again, we love donations. We love donations. In-kind donations, right? It's a big thing that helps us. We just had a great refrigerator donated to us, right? And I'm like, great, thank you, God bless. And I'll tell you what my fear is every time somebody donates something like that to us, right? How much is it going to cost to fix the compressor? How much is this? How much is that? Because people don't donate their brand new stuff, do they? We're grateful for it. But you're right. We have to fix things. This 10,000 square foot building used to be a Christian daycare. Anybody that works in the daycare industry, you understand what the toilet and sinks situation is on them, right? Well, that doesn't work for veterans. We are currently working on things to get our occupancy permit. The Home Depot of Marion, Illinois stepped up with toilets, sinks, vanities for the bathrooms. Oh, wait, and the flooring for the bathrooms that
Wow.
we need to get completed to get our occupancy permit. So, thank you. God bless them, right? Well, now we need volunteers. We hold a volunteer day the second Saturday of every month. If you have a skill or a talent that can benefit us, reach out. Come on down. We'll feed you. Okay? That's the least we can do. It ain't going to be a steak and lobster lunch, but we'll feed you. So please, people, as we roll into 2023, help us make it the year we get to cut the ribbon, break the ground on forward operating base rush. Okay.
We also want to make mention that please do remember that February 22nd, Forward Operating Base Rush and Project iHeart is a recipient of the money that we will be raising. So we will be dividing up what we make in between other organizations. But Brian, you've been with us for well over a year now, and we love being able to support you. We know that there has been some terrible, terrible, terrible times, but we also know that, you know what, with what you're doing, there's some great times to come, and we wish you all the best in the world.
Of course, brother. February 22nd, you know, I get out my little stick and I walk around the property and I'll show people what we're working on. Okay? No problem on that. But yeah, stay tuned. That's all I got to say. We got some things rolling yes, we lost a big patron today. Well, we actually won't lose them until the 31st, but
Yeah.
right, we still got things in the works. We still
Well,
got things on the horizon that could possibly help a lot of people in a lot of ways.
well, and here at Community Pay It Forward, I'm just going to show it again.
Oh
That
yeah,
little QR
people.
code right there. Every time that you shop with any of our Community Pay It Forward partners and you scan that code, we know that you want that money to go directly to Brian and Project Die Hard for these fobs to make sure that these veterans are taken care of. So please make sure from this point on, your shopping counts for more than just an item in your house. You can make it a life saved by simply shopping with our partners. So
Well, you got to buy it anyway, right?
that's right. You got to shop anyway. So let's make that
If it,
shopping count.
yeah, if you're shopping for toilet paper, use Community Pay It Forward. That link, right?
Yeah.
You get your toilet paper, and you help bring hope to veterans. See,
That's
it's
that's
a
right.
win-win.
Especially, you can go to our dollar store. And when
Yeah,
you go to our dollar store, portion of that money goes right where you're seeing it. And you can even double it up because every time that you shop in the dollar store, a portion of the money goes to our veterans, our heroes, both country and community, and you get to choose another mission. You can double up and support Project Die Hard simply by
again,
going to the dollar store that cares a heck of a lot more and having the stuff delivered to your home. So you want to know more about that, all you got to do is contact us. Brian, brother,
yeah. I got to get running.
yeah,
I got another Zoom meeting I got to hop on. Thank you. God bless you, brother, for everything you've done for the mission.
amen.
Uh, I'll be reaching out to you because, yeah, we got something kicking off in January that I think you need to be part of.
Sounds great. I appreciate it.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you, Brian. Good luck. And let's just keep let's just keep the faith that 2023 is the year that we get this done. So
Roger
thank you,
that.
brother. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You can always reach out to Brian at contact@projectdiehard.org. Once again, that's contact@projectdiehard.org. You can visit the website at projectdiehard.org. Again, this is not, look, we love anybody who is out there trying to make a difference. If you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. I cannot say that enough. All we want you to do is alter the way that you shop. If you alter the way that you shop with our partners, you go up to your boss and you say, hey, I know that we need these services performed here in the office. Why don't we go to Community Pay It Forward and see what we can get done here? Because if we do this, we can donate to wonderful missions all over the world. Missions like our brand, missions like our brand new friend, Jess Canson, who suffered a fire on Christmas Day and lost her home, lost a place to live. Or Brian with Project Die Hard. Community Dare to Care. There are so many. If you need help, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you. If you're doing good in this world, if you are making a difference for other people, we want to support you. The worst thing in the world for any business, and especially the nonprofit world, is to have to go through or hear those words, I wish I would have known about you before ... Join us here on the pACT channels. We've got access to multiple podcasts that you can join. I've got 2 of them myself. You can definitely join these. We work in conjunction with One Hope Wines. We can raise money for you that way. And of course, we want to get you into the Community Pay It Forward program. And that way, our partners can be a lifeline for your business. This has been a very informative show, and I'm very, very glad that Jess reached out to me today. I cannot thank her enough for her bravery to come on and join us, because she's been through a lot, and you know, coming out and talking to people and telling people what you're going through, it's not the easiest damn thing in the world to do. You know, putting it all out on the table, saying, hey, you know what, we need help. It's not an easy thing to do. It never is. You always worry, you know, oh my God, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? What are people going to... Well, the truth is that smart people, hopefully, are going to say, that's okay. We're here to help. I want to give a huge thank you to Amy McCarthy and her husband for, again, dropping off another huge donation today. This is all going to be going to people who need help. So to the McCarty family, not McCarthy, McCarty family, I want to thank you again. You guys have been such a wonderful, wonderful resource, and just willing to help us at every turn. And I cannot thank you enough. And I know that we're going to find some wonderful families that you're going to be that we're going to be able to help with your donations. So thank you very much. Community Pay It Forward. It's not complicated. It's as simple as shop, click, and pick. What do I mean? This is what I mean. When I talk about our partners, you can find our partners right here. Let me do this to where you can actually see it. Right here under the Verified Partners tab. All right, you just click on that and you will see a list of every partner that we've got, all their categories. Yes, multiple partners are in multiple areas. Please just know that they're there. We've also got women of business ownership, and we've got our veteran and hero owned businesses included in this. So please, no matter what you do in a day, see if we can help you out. You go right here to the, well, where is it? See what I get for not being prepared. You get to go to the Mullen-1. Ah, there you are, Mr. Mullen-1. You go here and you can see a list of some of the products that we have right now that are going to help us out. These are some of our things that you got, everything from little baby bibs to some pretty cool hats to red shirts for Red Fridays. Red Fridays is Remember Everyone Deployed. These are just a couple of the items that are going along that we have here. And then you can always hit, if you go here, this is going to take you to the dollar store that gives so much more. And here are some of the wonderful products that are there. You can also just go to the dollar store itself by scanning our QR code here, our friend, or even click on it. Look at this. You just click on it and it'll take you straight there so you can see everything that they have. Once again, we own the rights to this dollar store, and after we pay for the product itself, we get what's left. That money is divided between our mission partners, our heroes, both country and community, and then you pick who you wish to support, and they will also get another portion of this. Everything from pet supplies to tools to health and beauty to baby items. There you go. So I wonder if they've still got, I know that one of the things that, yep, they've still got Halloween on here. So and we don't have anything to do with this website, so please forgive us on that. But yeah, they've still got Halloween on there. That's pretty funny. But so the dollar store is right there. So you can look through, you can see everything that's on there. If you want to see everyone who has asked us for help, just go here to the mission partners and scroll down. You can see all the 501c3s, nonprofits, and charity work, our animal missions, our Community Cares Cub Club. This is where we try to help our kids. We've got a couple people who have asked us for help that involve kids, and that's what it's all about. Community Dare to Care outreach and events. That is the donation dens, and it's also going to help people like Jess recover from this fire. Community improvement missions, families and neighbors who need our help, alternatives to regular health care, honoring our heroes, both country and community. We've talked a lot about it today. Inclusion and starting up businesses or organizations. Once again, our goal is to help you do good things. So please join us. I've got a New Year's treat for you because, you know, the New Year's is coming up. And that New Year's treat is I am going to shut up personally for the rest of this year. No, I'm not. No, you're going to see me again talking sometime sooner or later. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't talk. So, but I am going to end this show early tonight because we're going to get to work trying to help out a lot of the people who need our help right now. We really do need your help. And if you can help us with anything at all that you've seen, please reach out to us right now. You can reach out to us at For My Card. It'll tell you many different ways to get a hold of me. You can learn about the event and more. Okay. One last thing before we go, the Healing Warriors program with One Hope Wines is still going on. Okay. It's still going on. You can still support Healing Warriors program. And all you have to do is buy a bottle from, buy your favorite bottle of wine from the Goddess of the Grapes, Stephanie Samos. You can get a hold of her right there. There's her link tree. So all you got to do is go there. If you want to see the Facebook, if you want to check out the Facebook group, just go to the Facebook group. Right here's the link. I will put this link in the chat, and so you can go and visit it. You can see what we're talking about. But every time that you buy a bottle of One Hope wines, a portion will go to helping Healing Warriors, which helps give free medical care to our veterans here in Northern Colorado. So we beg you, through the end of December, you've still got a couple more days. Let's order some wines. Let's help out Healing Warriors. Folks, my name is Zach Clayton. I am the founder and president of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. I thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please make sure you're helping someone, because if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. Folks, we can do this. There's no reason why nobody can't find help. If we all come together, nothing's impossible. Please love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. If you got an extra coat or hoodie, throw it in your car. Make sure it's in there. It's cold right now. Make sure that hoodie can go to somebody who needs a little bit of help. Throw it in your car. Give it to somebody who's struggling with cold. If you made too much food for a night, throw some in the old hippie hillbilly Tupperware. Throw it in an old butter bowl. Heat it up. Give it to somebody who's suffering from hunger. There's no need to suffer when we work together. Don't let others pull us apart. Let's come together. Let's work together, and let's make a difference. I again want to thank you all very much. I would also like to wish you all a very, very happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. There were a couple other ones, and I cannot remember who they are. So to the Buddhist religion, I am sorry, I cannot remember. And the one that we found out about the Muslim religion, it depends on the cycles of, I believe, the moons. So I'm not sure if they're celebrating right now. I think that one was going in January. So I could be wrong. So, but please remember to respect everyone's, everyone is different, but we're all the same. There's only one race. We're all the human race. So please make sure that we all come together to help people. Once again, if you would like to buy a bottle of wine, right there in the chat is the group. Go and check out our Facebook group. Stephanie, the goddess of the grape Samos, does a wonderful job there. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jess, thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting your heart out. Thank you for working hard for your neighbors. And thank you for being yourself. It was a pleasure to meet you. And I hope that we stay in contact. So thank you so very much. Folks, again, Happy New Year. We'll see you next week. There will just be a rerun of this show on Friday afternoon. I will not be doing a live show unless something comes up and we need to speak about it, which could happen. But we will see you next week. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful night. Be safe. And please be careful on New Year's Eve. Remember, other people are out there. Let's not make it the worst year of your life. Let's not begin it that way by getting a DUI or getting into an accident and hurting somebody. So thank you. See you next week.
Stepping out of her fear, bring me home. Out alone to show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.
Hello, I'm Zach Clayton of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. We have two choices. We can either sit around and hope this goes away on its own, or we together can do something about it. Join me and my wonderful sponsor partners, Scott O'Sullivan Law Firm and Ryder Justice, Z World Webs, Auxilia Donor Management Systems, and Autumn Dahlia Creative Services as we introduce programs from around the country aimed at helping our veterans and discuss the importance of conversation and listening. Together, you and I can move mountains. Let's save lives.